Hey, it's the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show. It is our mission to try to bring you some news you could use. Today is no exception to the rule. You can follow me on Twitter at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our website, obnradio.com. With that being said, let us jump right into today's episode. Well, the Panthers still recovering from the 45-13 handling on Saturday. We'll get a chance to speak with Coach Bubba McDowell, offense and defense coordinators Frederick and Middleton on the Panthers and how they're going to have to recover from this thing and move forward. Big weekend for the SWAC with Southern's win kind of shook some things up. We are going to hear, of course, our power rankings for the Southwestern Athletic Conference in week number 6. But first, we're going to hear from our Roscoe report. And it's basically just a report talking and gathering up on some things that took place throughout the Southwestern Athletic Conference over the course of the weekend. So we'll now switch over to that, then we'll come back with our power rankings for week number 6.
University of Arkansas Pine Bluff was unable to mine a moral victory from this homecoming loss. The blare of a battle of the bands leaked into UAPB's fieldhouse 15 minutes after the Texas Southern Tigers completed their 24-17 victory before a homecoming crowd of 13,249 on Saturday at Simmons Bank Field. UAPB coach Doc Gamble sat inside with 2 players. Each said they found no consolation in a late-game loss, even in the aftermath of 3 consecutive games lost by a cumulative score of 160-37. We haven't been able to overcome some things, Gamble said. We're just not hitting on all cylinders. It's frustrating. I'm proud of the guys because they gave us a chance, but I'm disappointed. Unlike its earlier losses, UAPB, 2-4, 0-3 Southwestern Athletic Conference, was in this one late. With 8:17 left in the fourth quarter, UAPB sophomore linebacker Rico Dozier knocked the ball from sophomore quarterback Andrew Body, and the fumble was recovered by sophomore defensive back Marcus Escutu at the Texas State 28. After 3 plays, including a 16-yard pass from sophomore quarterback Skylar Perry to sophomore receiver Demon Dawkins, sophomore running back Kayvon Britton scored on a 5-yard run to tie the score at 17-17 with 7:22 left. Britton led UAPB with 97 yards and 2 touchdowns on 19 carries. We're not finishing games, Britton said. That is the most frustrating thing. Through much of the game, UAPB's defense had stymied Texas Southern and its quarterback. Last season, Body passed for 271 yards and 4 touchdowns and ran for 121 yards and 1 touchdown in Texas Southern's 59-17 victory over UAPB. Body passed for 211 yards and 1 touchdown and rushed for 55 yards and 1 touchdown in the rematch. UAPB, they're definitely a program you can't sleep on, Body said. If you leave them in the game, they're going to take advantage of that, and they're going to try to beat you. They most definitely improved from last year. Regardless, Body responded well to Britton's game-tying touchdown. After Texas Southern, 2-4, 2-2, took over at its 25, Body passed for 20 yards and ran for 16 to help set up junior running back Corey Howard's 1-yard touchdown run that gave the Tigers a 7-point lead with 3:51 left. UAPB used the first 8 plays of its final possession to drive 50 yards to the Texas Southern 25. They were set at 3rd and 6 at the Tigers' 21 after a 4-yard run by Britton, but Perry was sacked for a 1-yard loss and threw incomplete on 4th down under a heavy rush by senior linebacker Tarek Cooper with 39 seconds left to play. UAPB gave it a lot better defensive effort this year than last year, but Body made the plays he needed to make to help us win the game, Texas Southern coach Clarence McKinney said. The game began with 3 possessions and 3 punts. On the 4th, Texas Southern drove from the UAPB 40 to its 25 before it was stopped after 8 plays. Junior Richard Garcia 3's 42-yard field goal gave the Tigers a 3-0 lead with 6:40 left in the first quarter. An interception by sophomore defensive back Caleb Knox gave UAPB the ball at the Texas Southern 22 late in the first quarter. UAPB advanced to 1st and goal at the 10 with a 10-yard run by Perry but would get no closer before senior Christopher Thompson tied the score 3-3 with a 27-yard field goal at 14:14 of the second quarter. Knox also had 11 tackles to lead UAPB. Overall, we did take a step in the right direction today, he said. We just got to finish. A muff punt by Texas Southern freshman Chonzavia Lewis near the goal line was recovered by senior Lance Smith at the Tigers 6. However, UAPB sophomore running back Johnny Williams fumbled to senior linebacker Keyshawn Spraggins and Texas Southern took over at its 6. "That was on me," Gamble said. "Britain was supposed to stay in the game then. We made a sub when we shouldn't have." The following 11-play, 94-yard drive was completed by Body's 1-yard keeper that gave the Tigers a 10-3 lead that would hold up through halftime. "Our defense played well the whole game," Gamble said. "They gave us a chance to win the game. We bowed up defensively. They just made one more play than we did." Jarvin Howard rushed for 3 touchdowns and Alcorn State cruised past Mississippi Valley State 24-7. Howard's first touchdown run gave Alcorn State 3-2, 2-0 Southwestern Athletic Conference, a 7-0 first-quarter lead. Howard had a go-ahead touchdown run in the second quarter to put the Braves up 14-7 at halftime. The score was set up after the Braves recovered a fumble by MVSU, 0-6, 0-3, quarterback Jamari Jones at the Delta Devils' 19-yard line. Noah Kiana's 30-yard field goal stretched Alcorn State's lead to 17-7 just 12 seconds into the fourth quarter. Howard added his third touchdown run and the Braves' final tally came on a scoop and score fumble return with a little over a minute left in the game. Montgomery, Alabama. Jackson State football was threatened by Alabama State and had its worst game in a month, but the Tigers didn't succumb to their up-and-down game and pulled away to defeat the Hornets 26-12 at ASU Stadium on Saturday. Here are our observations from the game between Jackson State, 5-0, 3-0 SWAC, Alabama State, 3-3, 1-2. Jackson State reached Alabama State territory 4 times in the first half but scored just 10 points. The first 3 drives went awry, a turnover on downs, a punt and another turnover on downs. The Tigers rebounded on their last 2 drives with a deep touchdown pass and field goal in the final seconds. Sophomore quarterback Shader Sanders found Willie Gaines running down the sideline and hit him in stride as he neared the goal line for the Tigers' first touchdown. Sanders threw an interception while scrambling on Jackson State's first second-half possession. Sanders operated under pressure for much of the game, and it led to missed opportunities. He stood tall in the pocket on Gaines' score, but the offensive line's struggles limited Jackson State's explosive passing offense to mainly short and intermediate throws. Sanders' second touchdown pass was another long throw, a 25-yard score by Kevin Coleman Jr. The explosive plays were otherwise few and far between for Jackson State. The Tigers often were in third and longs and allowed Alabama State to be aggressive with its rush. Alabama State quarterback Demetrius Davis threw a 19-yard touchdown pass to Kisian Johnson when Jackson State's coverage broke down without a pass rush. The Hornets missed the extra point but held the same 6-0 lead deep into the second quarter. But after Johnson's touchdown, the Tigers didn't allow the Hornets across the 50-yard line. The JSU defense entered the game with the number 1 scoring and total defense in the FCS. It kept Alabama State at bay while the offense figured itself out. Safety Cameron Seelman Craig had big plays in coverage, possibly the biggest a pass deflection on a 2-point conversion attempt in the fourth quarter. It would have made Alabama State's deficit just a field goal, 17-14. Sanders entered Saturday with just over 100 yards rushing on the season, but he used his legs when it mattered most against ASU, leading 17-12 in the fourth quarter on a critical drive. Sanders scrambled 3 times for 26 yards and threw the ball to J.D. Martin, who went into the end zone untouched because of great ball placement. Sanders threw another good ball to Gaines right at the first down marker on 3rd and 14 to 2 more clock after Tyari Sherwood intercepted Crawley after Martin's touchdown. Martin's touchdown and Sherwood's interception closed Jackson State's best 2 drives of the game. Jackson State wasn't close to its peak performance, but it did peak in the fourth quarter.
All right, that was our Roscoe report. Of course, you heard about the shots fired in Montgomery, Alabama between Coach Sanders and Coach Robertson. We'll sort that out throughout the course of this week's programs, but we'll jump right now into our power rankings for week number 6. Number 1 will be Southern University. Number 2, Jackson State. Number 3 on this week's poll is going to be FAMU. Number 4 will be Texas Southern. Number 5, Alcorn. Number 6, Alabama A&M. Number 7 will be Alabama State. Number 8, Bethune-Cookman. Number 9, Prairie View. Number 10, Grambling State. Number 11, Mississippi Valley. And number 12, University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Those are our power rankings for this week 6 of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Don't forget, you can join us each and every day right here at the Mike Prince Show for the latest and the greatest that's going on. Don't forget to join us this coming Thursday 12 noon Central Standard Time to 1 p.m., we'll be having a live 1 hour weekly programming, and we're simply going to dub this one as the SWAC Zone. You can dial 857-777-0000 to join in with us as we will go over the news and the notes throughout the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Don't forget to tune in for the Petaway Report and the Ben, Jack, and Mike Pick'ems throughout the course of the week. Panthers have a bye before they take on Lamar, so we got a lot to cover in a short time to get there. But right now, my time has come where I must exit stage left. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Subscribe, hit that bell notification, keep up with everything we got going on here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And don't forget you can visit the website at obnradio.com. Save what we're calling our low-tech app, and that's simply the phone number for every time we do a live broadcast, 857-777-0000. Lock it on your phone, put it in your favorites, and then you have the low-tech app at your fingertips. I've got to go. Until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.